We're here with Senator Alex Padilla, one of the few senators standing up for Latinos all over LA, all over the country. He is here joining us at LA Taco. Appreciate you coming on. I know you currently have a new slate of legislation you're doing with Senator Cory Booker called the No Visible Act. Would you care to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, thank you, Memo. Thanks for having me and for all the coverage that you've been doing this last month. It's been tough for the people of Los Angeles, and I know people around the country are watching. And so I've introduced a bill together with Senator Cory Booker from New Jersey. Been a lot of activity in New Jersey, too, to require just that. No masks and some sort of identifying insignia on a uniform. And it's both for the protection of the people to know who it is that may be coming after them, but also for the agents themselves because, hey, man, you know what human nature is like. If somebody is trying to detain you physically and you have no idea who they are they a police officer, a federal agent, or a stranger? There's been instances of people impersonating ICE agents for robbery, for sexual assault, for other types of crimes that are being committed out there, exploiting this situation. So we think this policy makes sense. It's already the case for other types of federal agents, for state law enforcement, local law enforcement in California. So we know it works.
So one of the questions that I have is let's say the legislation passes. Who's going to enforce it?
Yeah, well, again, it's all the accountability measures that come along with the requirement. So making sure that all the agents are properly educated and trained on how they would have to comply. The enforcement mechanisms, whether it's within the Department of Homeland Security, the Inspector General, or I know it's going to sound like a long shot, but the Department of Justice. If we can navigate the politics of Washington, D.C. right now to get this through the Senate, to get this through the House of Representatives and signed by the President, these are all the details that will be worked out in the process. Some people may think it's a long shot, but it's worth fighting for because we know how important it is, and the accountability we can't give up. We have to keep fighting for that.
There's a couple other measures that are very similar. There's No Mask for ICE Act. There's also the No Secret Police Act here in California. How is yours different than those?
Yeah, so all these bills and efforts that you're hearing about is everybody in trying to do their part or see what can be done. There's efforts at the state level, legislatively, that would only apply within California. There's even some cities trying to create protocols for what happens within their specific city. My bill would be a national bill. It would create a national requirement and a national standard. Congressmember Friedman, she's in the House of Representatives. She's trying to get the conversation going there. I'm starting on the Senate side, and I think it's only a matter of time before we get to the finish line, but it's going to take a lot of work.